If you want to see me create look number 5 using the Lancôme Blockbuster Kit palette, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène and welcome back, or if it's your first time, welcome to HMM Makeup or Makeup. I am very excited to be playing with this very blingy palette. I always have trouble. I don't want to see my reflection in this palette. So it is beautiful. It is very much the same style as the Lancôme Blockbuster Set palette from 2 years ago. And I'm very pleased with this, the re-emergence of this design. Last year there was no face palette. It was 4 face products, face powders that were available. But like I said, I'm very happy with this packaging, and I'm also very happy with its content. So let me show you. There's a very nice big mirror. There are 12 eyeshadows in this palette, and it also comes with a drawer of 4 face products. You may have seen all of this already. I have filmed a number of videos on this Blockbuster kit. You will find all the links below. And if there's something that you are wanting to know that you can't find in the links below, of course, just drop me a comment and I'd be happy to entertain your question or questions. Okay, we are going to go into this palette again, Royal We. I am going to focus on this color and this color for the most part. Not entirely, but for the most part. I'm just looking at my notes again. Yeah, number 3, so the black, number 3, and number 1 for the brow bone, which is just a basic brow bone color. All right, I'm going to start off with the black to deepen the outer lid, outer crease, and lower lash line, and then we'll go into that beautiful mauve and see what we can create. For the black, I'm actually going to use quite a fluffy brush. This black from Lancome is quite powdery in a good way. It really does spread on the eye very easily. So I'm just tapping to begin with for placement. And I'll do one eye and then replicate it off camera so I'm not wasting our time on camera. So this really ended up for a product placement here on the eye. Really seems to be pretty effortless. It's pretty easy to manipulate. And I'm going to move from this really fluffy brush to a different one pretty soon here. And I don't really see any fallout, which is awesome. That is great. And I did a look with the Estee Lauder holiday kit that included some black, and I think you'll see a very big difference between the 2 palettes as far as how the black performs. So just a heads up on that. I'm going to take a clean brush and just get rid of some of the excess that kind of crept up. Okay, so that looks better. Okay. And I'm just going to go in a little bit more with the black here and up slightly, just with what's left on the brush. I did not dip back into the black at all. Okay, that just gave it a very nice effect here. I'm pretty happy with that. All right, so now that we have the black, and the black is going to show, I have a little hair here. The black is going to show through the mauve, I'm pretty sure. I think we can go straight into the mauve, and the mauve is going to go right from the inner lid to about 2/3 of the lid, and probably just down here as well. And I'm going to have the black as liner as well on the bottom. So let's go to the mauve, which is this one right here that I showed you earlier. It's a very pretty, almost like mauve old rose kind of a color. For the inner lid, I'm going to go with this multitasker brush that is pyramidal in shape, and just pick up enough to go into the corner. And I do tap so I don't get a bunch of fallout. No matter which shadow, I always tap. This is really nice. Okay, I'm just going to switch to a different brush just to get a little bit more onto the lid. And I'll use this little guy to do the trick. Same thing into the mauve. I'm just spreading it over the black and just overlapping it nicely. So there we go. So I want to go onto the lower lid as well. I'll take the same brush and just get some of that mauve along the lower lash line. Okay, that was pretty effortless. And I want to use the black eyeshadow as liner on the very, very low, on the very inner part of the lower lash line is what I was trying to say. For that, I'm going to use the Sephora eyeliner brush and just pick up the black very lightly. Try not to have too, oh, as I say it, try not to have too much fallout. I don't know if you can see it on my face there. Yeah, easily fixed. Now I'm going back into the black and hopefully not going to make a mess here. Just picking up the kick up. There, it just gives it a little bit of a sultry look, and I'll have relatively heavy lashes at the top, full lashes is what I'm trying to say. So I don't want to go too much on the lower lash line. I think this is plenty. And I'm going to go back in that same brush and just buff it a little bit with whatever's left on the brush for the mauve. And there we go. It's a nice smoky violet eye, right? I like it. I do want to put something on the brow bone, and I talked about this color at the beginning of the video. That's the one I'm going to use. Sorry for the light. And this is the brush I'm going to use to apply number 1, which is a light kind of shimmery beige on the brow bone. And I'm just going to do the other side because brow bone is not exactly something that's complicated to do. Okay, and I have some fallout there too. Okay, let's see here. Do I need to do anything else with this look? If I wanted to amp it up, I would go and put one of these two as a topper. They look really good, but I wanted to do something really kind of neutral and almost like day to night appropriate. So I'll leave it as it is, even though my heart speaks to me and saying add some bling, but I can't have bling in every single look. Okay, so I'm going to do the upper lash line liner, put mascara on, and of course replicate it on the other side, and I'll show you the final look. Okay, here is the final look, and I have to say I feel like it really turned out quite nicely. Let me just go over what it is that I used on the eye one more time. Easy one here, the brow bone highlight. I used the black for outer lid, outer crease, and lower lash line. And the mauve was from the very, very inner lid and then onto the mobile lid about 2/3 of the way over, with having placed the black underneath. So the black, the structure of the look using the black was the first step. The mauve was the second step, brow bone being the third and final, just to make sure that it was all blended. I kind of went over it one more time. The mascara I used is the Lash Idole from Lancome. It's a new favorite mascara. It really does a great job. It has a curved wand, and it's a plastic wand. And if you're like me, plastic wands tend to poke me in the eye. This is the first plastic wand that I've been able to use, other than the Freak mascara, that does not hurt my eyes. So it's a new favorite. So this one and the Freak, I find I can use and use effectively. So I'm really happy about that. And if you're wondering about what my liner is on the upper lash line, it's actually the Huda Beauty. I used the Huda Beauty today, both sides. I used the one side for the first time, the pencil. I had never used that side before, I just didn't need to, I had other pencils. And then the other side is the liquid liner. And that one is you have to get it loosened up. And so there's the container for the product and the brush. And it is a very interesting component as well, in that both the Lancome mascara and this one, they have multiple edges. So the Lancome is square, well, I guess rectangular packaging. And then this one, or cuboid, if we get technical. And then this one also has some very interesting angles. See how it looks like a diamond at the on the end there? And with the two sides, the two liners, right? Pencil or liquid liner. So I think that both of those products were quite good in finishing the look, with one of them being part of the Lancôme Blockbuster Set. And that palette that I used is also a product from the Blockbuster Set. And I'm really quite pleased with it. I did use a couple of products here. Well, just one actually. I used to. I added the bronzer to warm up my face a little bit, and I also used this blush because I felt like it would go well with the mauve, so I have the blush on my cheeks here as well. I'm really happy with this look. I think it's a nice sultry but not overkill look for a dinner out. I'm really comfortable. I am quite sure that it's going to last all day. The fallout on the black, there's just a couple of specks you may be able to see, but I'm just going to brush them off as soon as I'm done with the video, and I know that I won't have black streaks on my face. Actually, you know what? I'll just do it in front of you right now, and we'll see how it goes. To clean off fallout, I do prefer to have a pretty fluffy brush, just so that I don't dig the product into my skin. So let's just see how this works. Just a couple specks here, and one speck right here. So that's it. Not bad at all. So pretty easy, just a really fluffy brush to try to just sweep it away as opposed to pressing it into the cream and powder that you have on your face already. So this is look number 5. I'm really happy with this look. I think it's, like I said, sultry, but not overkill. Matches with a ton of different kind of lip products. This one is a mixture of product I had on my lips before the video from L'Oreal, and now with the gloss from Lancome over top. And I think that that's part of what makes it kind of cohesive along with the eye look. I've been very, very impressed with this palette. It will definitely stay in my collection. The one from 2 years ago I ended up giving to a girlfriend of mine. This one I'm going to be keeping just because I like the shadows, and I think I'll want to compare it to whatever they come up with next year. And of course, it's comparisons with other brands, period. So yeah, let me know what you think of this look. Would you attempt it? And if you have requests, I am doing one more with this palette on camera. So if you have requests, please by all means let me know your preferred combos. And I do request, though, please just take a look at the other looks I did so that we don't replicate the requests. That's the only thing that I just want to say, is just take a look at the other thumbnails for the other 4 looks, and then this one, and just ask for something different. And with that, I will say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, as always, take care.